One of the other important factors I feel very strongly about is goal setting. Goal setting for both you as a rider, but also for your horse. And obviously this is a crazy year in that most people's goals they had set at the beginning of the year are not going to be fulfilled at all.
Totally.
Just like you and Dr. Pedersen talked about earlier in regards to being able to take this year as a little bit of a reset and make the lemonade out of the lemons that were being dealt, in that this is a great opportunity to readjust those goals and look at this as a way to come back even stronger.
I think that's a great point, Kim. And I think the other thing that we could look at is maybe goals could be different this year. Maybe we've had a horse that is weak in an area, and we know they're weak in the area, being the rider, but we've just never really had the opportunity to look into that area. And maybe you could address one of your team members, your wellness team members that you use for your horse, and really look at redoing the goals to be maybe stronger than this horse has ever been before.
Absolutely, and that is a great segue into being able to look at this whole fitness program as a holistic approach, and making sure that if we have the time on our hands and we have the ability to work with our horses on a more regular basis, if we're not involved in such hectic lives anymore, that here's the opportunity to really concentrate and bring that horse back to its peak.
Yeah, full potential.
Yeah.
The other thing I think that we could look at as well is some of the barns as they're opening back up. Now, if you're lucky to have your horse at home, that's one thing. But some of the barns that are opening up, you only have a very limited time frame that you're with your horse. So maybe some of the exercises and things you need to be doing need to be quite targeted to allow some of the goals that you're going to set to be able to be accomplished.
Great point. I think time frame is super important when you're dealing with goal setting, and that's not something that is available to everybody, like you said, randomly. If you don't have your horse at home, you certainly are going to have to set up a time frame and know what your goals are on a daily level, but then also long term. So if you are into a performance sport and you're wanting to get back to that, we want to have that horse ready at a baseline fitness level, so when things are able to get rolling once again fully, then you can just step up that game and get right back into your sport.
Totally. And I think the other thing we forget about a lot when we're in sports-specific training is we forget about that cross-training aspect that maybe could be added into your goal list this spring and summer, not being able to get right back into the show ring. Maybe we could look at some exercises or some movements that we could do to really cross-train, and again, look at bringing your horse through this as a better performance animal than just sticking with your exact same protocol, your sports-specific exercise regime that you do every day. Maybe we could add in some cross-training or look at things that you've never had time to add in with your horse before.